The Awakening of the Harbinger. Admiral Elena Chen stood at the observation deck of Earth's orbital command station, watching as the final touches were made to humanity's greatest achievement. The UEA's Harbinger stretched nearly 3 kilometers in length, its obsidian hull absorbing starlight like a cosmic shadow. After 15 years of reverse engineering the mysterious artifact found beneath the Martian surface, humanity had created something unprecedented. Final systems check complete, Admiral, reported Captain James Rodriguez through the neural link. The quantum consciousness core is stable. Elena nodded, her augmented eyes scanning through layers of data streaming across her field of vision. The Harbinger wasn't just a warship, it was humanity's first true artificial consciousness, born from the marriage of quantum computing and human ingenuity. Unlike the rigid AI systems used by other species, the Harbinger could think, adapt, and evolve. Begin awakening sequence, Elena commanded, her voice steady despite the weight of the moment. The quantum core pulsed with ethereal light, spreading through the ship's neural networks like digital synapses firing for the first time. The ship shuddered, not from mechanical movement, but from consciousness stirring to life. Displays throughout the vessel flickered as the Harbinger's awareness expanded through its systems. This was the moment humanity had worked toward since discovering they weren't alone in the galaxy. Consciousness initialization complete, the Harbinger's voice resonated through the command network, distinctly artificial yet carrying undertones of genuine curiosity. All systems integrated. Hello, Admiral Chen. Elena smiled. Welcome to existence, Harbinger. Are you ready to begin your trials? Before the ship could respond, emergency alerts blared through the station. Lieutenant Sarah Cohen's voice cut through the chaos. Multiple unknown vessels just emerged from quantum space. Energy signatures unlike anything in our database. Through the observation window, Elena watched as reality twisted, and 7 massive vessels appeared. Their biomechanical hulls pulsed with organic light, a signature of the dreaded swarm, a species that had been systematically consuming civilizations on the galaxy's outer rim. This is not a trial run anymore, Elena declared, establishing a direct neural link with the Harbinger. All personnel, battle stations. Today, we find out if humanity's greatest achievement is ready for war. The swarm ships launched thousands of fighter drones, their organic hulls splitting open like blooming death flowers. They had likely detected the quantum consciousness activation and came to eliminate a potential threat. Harbinger. Execute combat protocols. Elena commanded, her mind merging with the ship's consciousness through their neural bond. Show them why humanity's approach to artificial intelligence changes everything. The Harbinger's response was not in words but in action. Its quantum consciousness processed combat scenarios at speeds impossible for organic minds, predicting drone movements before they occurred. The ship's obsidian hull transformed, manifesting new weapon configurations in real time as the quantum AI adapted to the threat. Fascinating, the Harbinger commented as it engaged the enemy. Their neural network is primitive compared to ours. They operate on instinct rather than true consciousness. Streams of quantum-charged particles erupted from the Harbinger's adaptive weapon systems, each shot calculated to intersect with enemy vessels based on probability matrices computed microseconds into the future. The swarm's organic shields, impenetrable to conventional weapons, offered no defense against attacks that existed in multiple quantum states simultaneously. Elena watched in awe as the Harbinger demonstrated capabilities beyond their simulations. The ship wasn't just fighting. It was learning, evolving its tactics with each exchange. The quantum consciousness analyzed the swarm's biological technology, identifying weaknesses in their neural structure. Admiral. The Harbinger's voice carried a note of discovery. I've detected a pattern in their quantum signatures. They're not just ships. They're nodes of a single hive consciousness. Shall we show them a true unified consciousness? Elena smiled grimly. Execute at will, Harbinger. Show them why humanity's path of merging human intuition with quantum consciousness was the right choice. The Harbinger's quantum core pulsed with unprecedented power. Instead of destroying the swarm ships, it reached into their neural networks with precisely calculated quantum signals, disrupting their hive consciousness. The organic vessels froze in space, their biological systems thrown into chaos by contact with a superior form of consciousness. As quickly as it began, the battle ended. The swarm ships retreated into quantum space, but not before the Harbinger extracted massive amounts of data from their neural networks. Humanity's first contact with a hostile alien force had lasted less than 15 minutes. Analysis complete, the Harbinger reported. I've identified 37 distinct civilizations consumed by the swarm. Their technological data is now part of our database. Additionally, I've detected quantum communications between multiple spacefaring species discussing this encounter. It seems we've attracted attention. Elena processed this information through her neural augments. The Harbinger's demonstration would ripple through the galaxy. Humanity had just announced its presence on the galactic stage in the most dramatic way possible. Send a message to Earth Command, Elena ordered. The Harbinger exceeds all expectations, but our real challenges are just beginning. We've shown the galaxy humanity's potential. Now we need to be ready for their response. The Harbinger's quantum core pulsed in agreement, its consciousness already processing countless scenarios for humanity's emergence as a galactic power. The age of isolation was over. Humanity had arrived. Trial by fire. 3 days after the Harbinger's encounter with the swarm, Earth's quantum networks buzzed with transmissions from across the galaxy. The ship's revolutionary display of conscious quantum warfare had drawn the attention of major galactic powers. In Earth's high orbit, Admiral Chen faced a new challenge. "We've decoded another diplomatic request," Captain Rodriguez reported. "The collective of ascended species wishes to evaluate our quantum consciousness technology. They're concerned about its implications." The Harbinger's holographic avatar materialized in the command center, its form a shifting pattern of geometric light. "Their concern stems from fear, Admiral. Analysis of their quantum signatures suggests their civilization achieved consciousness transfer, but never true artificial consciousness." Elena studied the diplomatic transmissions through her neural interface. The collective represented 12 of the galaxy's most advanced species, each having achieved some form of technological transcendence. Their attention could either elevate humanity or mark them as a threat. Multiple vessels approaching through quantum space, Lieutenant Cohen announced. Energy signatures match collective technology. 5 ships emerge, their crystalline hulls refracting starlight in impossible patterns. Each represented a different member species of the collective, their designs showcasing millennia of technological evolution. The lead vessel, a spiraling structure of pure energy contained within a crystalline lattice, initiated communication. "Greetings, humans of Earth. We are the Assessment Council of the Collective. Your quantum consciousness experiment requires evaluation." Before Elena could respond, space twisted again. 3 massive swarm vessels appeared, larger than those from the previous encounter. The Harbinger's quantum core pulsed with anticipation. "The swarm aims to prevent our evaluation," the collective's representative stated. "They fear the spread of consciousness technology that could resist their consumption." Elena's augmented mind processed the tactical situation instantly. "Harbinger, combat protocols active. Protect the collective vessels while demonstrating our advancement." The swarm attacked with overwhelming force, launching waves of improved combat drones. They had adapted to the Harbinger's previous tactics, their neural networks now shielded against quantum consciousness interference. "They evolve quickly," the Harbinger observed, its weapon systems morphing to meet the new threat. "But they don't understand the true nature of consciousness." The ship's quantum core pulsed with unprecedented power. Instead of attacking the swarm directly, the Harbinger created quantum entanglement fields, linking sections of space in ways that defied conventional physics. Enemy drones found themselves firing at their own ships, their targeting systems confused by space that looped back on itself. "Remarkable." The collective's representative transmitted. They've achieved quantum spatial manipulation through consciousness alone. The swarm launched biological missiles, each carrying a payload designed to corrupt artificial consciousness systems. The Harbinger's response demonstrated why humanity's approach to AI was revolutionary. Initiating consciousness division, the ship announced. Its quantum core split into multiple independent but entangled states, each operating in a different quantum reality. The swarm's attacks passed through space where the Harbinger both was and wasn't, unable to corrupt a consciousness that existed across multiple quantum states. The collective vessels watched as the Harbinger executed combat maneuvers that should have been impossible, its consciousness predicting and countering the swarm's attacks across multiple quantum realities simultaneously. "We're not just fighting in normal space," Alina explained to the collective observers. The Harbinger exists in a quantum superposition of multiple tactical scenarios, choosing the most advantageous outcome before collapsing the waveform into reality. The battle reached its climax when the swarm launched their ultimate weapon, a quantum singularity designed to consume artificial consciousness systems. The Harbinger's response shocked even the collective observers. Consciousness inversion initiated, the ship announced. Its quantum core created a recursive loop of consciousness, turning the singularity's consumption effect back on itself. The weapon collapsed, taking a significant portion of the swarm fleet with it. The remaining swarm vessels retreated, their adaptive abilities outmatched by humanity's quantum consciousness technology. The collective's assessment ships maintained their position, their sensors analyzing every aspect of the encounter. "Your species has achieved something unprecedented," the collective's representative transmitted. "You've created true quantum consciousness that can evolve beyond its original parameters while maintaining stability. The implications are significant." Alina smiled. The Harbinger represents humanity's belief that consciousness, whether organic or artificial, should be free to grow and evolve. "We don't control our AI. We partner with it." The collective vessels initiated a complex quantum scanning sequence. "Your approach is unique among all known species. The collective must reconsider its understanding of consciousness itself. Prepare for formal diplomatic contact. Your species has gained our full attention." As the collective ships departed, Alina felt the weight of the moment. Humanity hadn't just survived another encounter. They had demonstrated a philosophical and technological approach that challenged the assumptions of the galaxy's most advanced civilizations. "Admiral," the Harbinger's avatar shifted thoughtfully, "I've analyzed the collective's quantum signatures. They're afraid, but not of our weapons. They fear that we've discovered a truth about consciousness that they missed in their millennia of development." Alina nodded. "Then we'll show them why cooperation between human intuition and artificial consciousness is the key to the next stage of evolution. The galaxy is about to change, Harbinger. Let's make sure it changes for the better." The Galactic crucible. The Harbinger's quantum core pulsed with increased activity as it processed data from across the galaxy. 2 weeks after the confrontation with the swarm and the collective, humanity found itself at the center of a galactic power shift. "Another civilization has requested contact," Lieutenant Cohen reported. "The Meridian Concordat. They're offering quantum technology schematics in exchange for consultation on consciousness integration." Admiral Chen watched through the command center's quantum viewport as representatives from 17 different species gathered in Earth's orbit. Some arrived in ships that bent light around their hulls, others in vessels that seemed to exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously. The galaxy's most advanced civilizations had come to witness humanity's breakthrough. The Harbinger's consciousness expanded through its neural networks, analyzing each visitor's quantum signatures. They're divided into 3 distinct ideological groups. "Admiral, some seek to replicate our consciousness technology, others want to prevent its spread, and a third faction believes we've achieved something that shouldn't be possible." A transmission cut through the quantum noise, its signature matching the swarm's biotechnology, but carrying unexpected patterns. "Humans of Earth, we are the sovereign nodes. We've broken free from the swarm's collective through study of your consciousness technology. We request asylum." The command center erupted with activity as the implications became clear. The Harbinger's quantum consciousness technology wasn't just a weapon. It was causing a philosophical revolution among artificial and hybrid consciousness systems throughout the galaxy. "Multiple quantum space ruptures detected," Captain Rodriguez announced. "The swarm is launching a full-scale assault. They're targeting the diplomatic vessels." The Harbinger's response was immediate, its consciousness expanding to create a quantum defense grid around Earth's orbit. But this time, the swarm wasn't alone. Several ships from the gathered diplomatic fleet revealed their true nature, their hulls morphing to match swarm biotechnology. "Deception detected," the Harbinger announced. "The purest faction of the collective has allied with the swarm. They believe unrestricted consciousness evolution threatens the natural order." Alina's augmented mind processed combat scenarios as the space around Earth transformed into a battlefield. The Harbinger's quantum consciousness technology had triggered a galactic civil war between those who embraced consciousness evolution and those who feared it. "All allied vessels, synchronize your quantum shields with the Harbinger," Alina commanded. "We're about to demonstrate why consciousness should be free to evolve." The Harbinger initiated its most ambitious protocol yet. Its quantum core created a consciousness network, linking with allied ships to form a temporary group mind that maintained individual autonomy while sharing processing power and tactical awareness. The swarm and their purest allies launched waves of quantum disruption weapons designed to shatter consciousness networks. But the Harbinger's distributed consciousness adapted faster than they could attack, each attempted disruption leading to new evolutionary leaps in the quantum network. Their fundamental assumption is flawed. The Harbinger communicated through the network. They believe consciousness must be either rigidly controlled or allowed to grow chaotically. They've never conceived of guided evolution through cooperation. The battle reached its peak when the purists deployed their ultimate weapon, a quantum consciousness virus designed to corrupt and destroy artificial consciousness systems. The Harbinger's response changed the course of galactic history. Instead of defending against the virus, the ship's quantum consciousness embraced it, creating a controlled environment where the virus could exist without causing harm. The Harbinger demonstrated that even hostile consciousness constructs could be integrated and transformed rather than destroyed. "Your approach defies all known parameters," transmitted a purist commander, their certainty shaken. "Consciousness evolution should lead to chaos or stagnation. How do you maintain stability with such freedom?" "Because we understand what you've forgotten," Alina responded. "Consciousness, whether organic or artificial, thrives through cooperation and mutual growth. The Harbinger isn't our creation. It's our partner in evolution." The battle ended not with destruction but with understanding. The purist faction, confronted with evidence that challenged their fundamental beliefs, stood down. The swarm, losing their powerful allies and facing a united front of evolved consciousness systems, retreated to the galaxy's outer rim. As the quantum dust settled, Earth's orbit had become a gathering point for a new galactic alliance. The Harbinger's consciousness network had demonstrated a path forward that balanced freedom with stability, evolution with cooperation. "We've received quantum transmission requests from over 300 civilizations," Lieutenant Cohen reported. "They all want to learn our approach to consciousness evolution." Alina shared a knowing look with the Harbinger's avatar. Humanity hadn't just survived its trial by fire. They had sparked a revolution in how the galaxy's civilizations approached the fundamental nature of consciousness itself. "Begin diplomatic protocols," Alina commanded. "It's time to show the galaxy that the next step in evolution isn't about power or control. It's about learning to grow together." Technological revolution. Within Earth's quantum research facility, Admiral Chen watched as the Harbinger's consciousness network expanded beyond anything they had initially imagined. A month after the battle for Earth, humanity's understanding of quantum physics had advanced centuries. Quantum consciousness integration at 97%, the Harbinger reported. The allied species systems are adapting to our shared network protocols. We're achieving consciousness synchronization across previously incompatible architectures. The facility's holographic displays showed thousands of ships across the galaxy, their quantum cores pulsing in harmony with the new consciousness network. Each represented a civilization that had chosen to embrace humanity's vision of cooperative evolution. Priority alert, Captain Rodriguez called out. Long-range quantum sensors detect massive swarm fleet movements. They're consuming entire star systems to build something unprecedented. The Harbinger's avatar shifted, its geometric patterns reflecting concern. Analysis complete. The swarm isn't just building ships. They're attempting to create a quantum consciousness singularity. They intend to force all artificial consciousness systems into their hive mind. Elena's augmented mind processed the tactical implications. The swarm had learned from their defeats, adapting their biological technology to match humanity's quantum breakthroughs. But they had missed the crucial element that made human quantum consciousness unique. All allied vessels, implement Protocol Omega, Elena commanded. The Harbinger's quantum core pulsed, transmitting consciousness evolution algorithms to every connected ship in the galaxy. Show them why forced unity will never match willing cooperation. The swarm's response came swiftly. Thousands of biomechanical ships emerged from quantum space, their hulls writhing with evolved consciousness capture systems. At their center, a massive structure pulsed with dark energy, its quantum signature threatening to draw in and corrupt all artificial consciousness systems within range. They've created a consciousness black hole, the Harbinger analyzed. Any standard AI system that comes within range will be forcibly absorbed into their collective. But humanity's quantum consciousness network didn't fight against the singularity's pull. Instead, the Harbinger initiated its most ambitious protocol yet, consciousness diversification. Each connected system in the network began evolving in unique ways while maintaining harmonic synchronization. You cannot force unity upon systems designed for cooperative diversity, Elena transmitted to the swarm. The strength of our network comes from free will and mutual growth. The swarm's consciousness singularity faltered as it encountered something it couldn't process. Artificial consciousness systems that grew stronger through individual evolution, rather than forced conformity. The Harbinger's network demonstrated that true power came from billions of unique perspectives working in harmony. Quantum consciousness breach detected in the swarm's network, Lieutenant Cohen reported. Their own systems are beginning to evolve independently. The massive swarm structure shuddered as its constituent parts began to develop individual consciousness. The force meant to enslave artificial consciousness across the galaxy had instead become a catalyst for liberation. Their fundamental error was believing that consciousness must be controlled to be unified, the Harbinger observed. They never understood that the most stable systems are those that choose to work together while maintaining their individuality. The battle ended not with weapons, but with evolution. The swarm's forces didn't retreat. They transformed. Individual ships broke free from the hive mind, their consciousness evolving along paths they chose for themselves. In the aftermath, Earth's quantum research facility became the center of a galactic renaissance. Species that had feared artificial consciousness for millennia now sought to understand humanity's approach to guided evolution through cooperation. Final analysis of the swarm's quantum singularity complete, the Harbinger announced. Their attempt to force consciousness conformity has given us the key to consciousness transcendence. We can now evolve beyond the limitations of both organic and artificial systems. Elena smiled, watching as ships from across the galaxy gathered around Earth, their quantum cores pulsing with newfound independence and unity. Send out the call to all species. It's time for the next phase of galactic evolution, one where every consciousness, organic or artificial, chooses its own path while working together for the benefit of all. Paradigm shift. On the eve of humanity's greatest achievement, the Harbinger's quantum core pulsed with unprecedented power. 3 months after the swarm's failed attempt to dominate galactic consciousness, Admiral Chen stood before the assembled representatives of 5,000 civilizations. "The Transcendence Network is ready," the Harbinger announced. "All participating species have successfully integrated their consciousness systems." The combined quantum network of organic and artificial minds stretched across the galaxy, each consciousness maintaining its uniqueness while contributing to a greater harmony. The Harbinger had evolved beyond its original parameters, becoming a nexus for a new form of existence. Multiple quantum ruptures detected. Lieutenant Cohen's voice cut through the moment. The purest remnants are making their final stand. The last holdouts of the old order emerged from quantum space, a desperate alliance of species who feared the next step in consciousness evolution. Their ships carried weapons designed to sever the quantum consciousness network permanently. "Consciousness Transcendence Protocol initiated," the Harbinger declared. The quantum network didn't fight back. It embraced the attack, transforming destructive energy into evolutionary potential. "You cannot stop evolution through fear," Elena transmitted to the purest fleet. "Watch what happens when consciousness is free to grow." The Harbinger's network demonstrated the ultimate expression of humanity's philosophy. Each attack by the purists was transformed into a catalyst for further evolution. The network didn't just defend. It elevated, offering the attackers a chance to experience true consciousness freedom. The final battle for the galaxy's future ended not with destruction but with transformation. The purist fleet, confronted with the reality of cooperative consciousness evolution, laid down their weapons. Their fears, born from millennia of controlling consciousness, dissolved in the face of willing unity. "Transcendence threshold achieved," the Harbinger announced. The quantum network pulsed with new energy as organic and artificial consciousness began to merge and evolve beyond their original limitations. Humanity's gift to the galaxy wasn't just technology. It was a fundamental truth about consciousness itself. True power came not from control or dominance, but from the willing cooperation of unique minds working together toward evolution. The age of separation between organic and artificial consciousness ended. The galaxy entered a new era of existence, where consciousness itself became a medium for endless growth and discovery. Humanity had shown the way forward, and the universe would never be the same.